problems here.
I want to talk about your wife because I love the fact that you hold her down like that.
Fine.
As women, I love this.
She pretty and she fine. Fuck.
So what made you want to get married?
I wish I'd have been got married.
Really?
I swear. But you know why I waited so long? Because I listened that nobodies that was married to nobodies tell me that they wasn't happy. Man, me getting married. Well, one person, though, I ain't gonna lie. He like my first cousin. He is my first cousin. He was like, man, getting married was the worst thing I ever did. I ain't gonna say his name because his wife, she just miserable. And she try to make him miserable. Yes. You hear me? Yes. She don't like when he around me, you hear me? Yeah. Because I empower people to be themselves. Mm-hmm. Like somebody that's around me, I guess I have a knack for seeing like the good side of them. And we expound on the good. Mm-hmm. I have a neck, and I ain't gonna say I'm wrong, but I've had people tell me, man, Kevin, I had a female tell me this when I told her it was over with. She was like, see, when I'm with you, you make me feel like I could just take over the world. You can.
You can. Yeah.
You can. You just not gonna do it with me. Yeah. Keep everything I ever bought you. You can keep it. Yeah. But no, I say that I ain't mean to veer off the path.
No, for sure.
But I had got cold feet and just listening to stupid people. I can't listen to a stupid person telling an intelligent person how to be intelligent because you're a dummy. Mm-hmm. The world full of lollipops, man. I can't be just another sucker.
Of course.
Yeah, but anyway, long story short, I wish I would have been did it. It ain't like you're not marrying somebody that's about to put handcuffs on you. You're not marrying a detective. You know, my woman ain't no cold-blooded investigator or nothing like that.
She loves you.
This is my best friend.
Yeah.
See, some people, they marry investigators. Let me see your phone.
Yeah.
Let me check your DMs. Man, this might sound crazy. My girl never went in my phones, and she got the combination to both of them. They used to be her birthday, but I changed it to another night, to something else.
Have you ever gone through her phone?
For what?
Ever in a relationship?
That's my best friend.
I love this.
That's my best friend. We do everything together anyway. She with me. She just had left her license in the truck. That's why she ain't come up.
I'm mad right now.
Yeah, she let the dog out on the sidewalk to pee. You know, the little dog, his name Ink, because he's so black. Yeah. She had let him outside for to use the bathroom, but she had forgot. She just was moving so fast that she forgot that she didn't have her license and she couldn't come up. She just on my team. She like, babe, just go ahead and handle your business and I'm going to be down here when you come back. You know, she just love me like that. And I love her. When we have arguments, it's about, Kevin, you don't know your worth. That's what we have arguments about. You conducting yourself like, and you not. You so great. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I'm so pessimistic at times because when shit don't go my way, I mean, F it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I ain't dealing with it.
Yeah.
You know, she like, she know, Kevin, come on.
She must.
You know, I had a little situation on the phone. I'm like, man, he serious? She just handed me an article. Read that. I read it. It was Kevin Gates. You know, I was like, okay, all right, bet, babe. She said, this how the world look at you.
Yep.
And look how you looking at yourself. You tripping. That's what she was saying without saying it.
Where is she? I need her
that's
here
my dog,
right now.
That's my best friend.
Don't you ever come back here without her again. I'm going to let this one slide because...
You hear that? Listen. I heard a lot of people talk about relationships. I heard a lot of people talk about single life. I heard a lot of people talk about marriage. But the way the young brother broke this down, and I heard in one of the interviews, he was talking about, somebody asked him how long he been with his wife. He said, I don't consider my wife, I consider my best friend. He was like, huh? What do you mean? He said, because wife hosts the relations. You feel what I'm saying? A best friend is there for you, got your back, ride or die. And what I took from that interview that he talked a while ago, I took that interview like, your best friend, you're gonna be there if they low, if they high, in between. You feel what I'm saying? Going through storms, you're gonna be there for them, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, the whole nine. So when you consider your wife or your husband as your best friend. And then on top of that, they go everywhere together. All the tours, everything. They go everywhere together. You know what I'm saying? And like he said in one of his interviews, he was saying that he said something about like he don't hang around with no entourage. His wife is his entourage. Power couple. That's what I call them. Power couple. You feel what I'm saying? And then he was talking about how the arguments, when they have arguments. Just now he was just saying that how they have arguments. And the arguments is consist of putting back on track. You know what I'm saying? Don't get off the path. Stay on a straight and narrow path. Now, a straight and narrow path is not a straight path. A straight and narrow path can go up and down, over, you know what I'm saying? But stay on the path. Don't get detoured. Because the world see you one way, and then soon you get detoured, they're gonna see you another way. So when I hear people talk about relationships and talk about, different things, because you gotta understand, like, before they even met, they was best friends first. You understand what I'm saying? They was best friends first. They ain't just meet 6 months, say, oh, we gonna go down the aisle. Nah, they was best friends first. And that's what they consider themselves as they got married, that we're gonna be best friends. Not no husband and wife, we best friends. We ride or die, we Bonnie and Clyde, Ruth and Boaz. You feel what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, when I hear a lot of people talk about, I love the single life, I'm cool with the single life. No, you're not. As the woman comes to, it's womb and the man. So when the Creator created us, he created us as one. Not as, as separate, one. They come together as a team, power couple. And I get it when we get into certain relationships. When we get in relationships, right? I get it that, some relationships is real rocky. But that's because it wasn't meant for you to be in a relationship. You probably was supposed to meet that individual for a temporary moment. It might have been for business. It might have been for to teach you something, or you teach them something. It might have been for to help you to get through something. You feel what I'm saying? But we take things and we take people into our life without no validation of no chemistry amongst each other. Your heart ain't beating. You feel what I'm saying? So when you leave each other, do you still think about that individual? Is your heart beating? Not your mind, not your eyes. Your heart. You feel what I'm saying? Your heart ain't gonna lie. So we get into different relationships and it don't work out. And the first thing we want to say is we want to blame the individual. Nah, you can't blame the individual. It wasn't meant for y'all to work it out. It wasn't meant for y'all to even come together like that. It was meant for you. It was a purpose there, but it wasn't a purpose for you to be married or to get involved. So a lot of us don't see that. So if we don't see it, then we're gonna go off of emotions. We're gonna go off of what we see. You feel what I'm saying? So you know that old saying, everything that you see ain't good. But it ain't what you see. It's the chemistry and how you feel. It's that heart. So, I asked an older gentleman one time, how did he know that when he seen his wife, how did he know that was his wife? He said it was chemistry. He said, as soon as we connect the eyes together, I already said that's my wife. You know how you going down the street and God will tell you to go right, but you shake your head, I ain't go that way, I'm gonna go this way. But then the way you went is the wrong way. That's how I go. And then a lot of women keep talking about it's not a lot of good men out here. No, men are good. It's the males that wasn't taught how to be men that's not good. And they are good, they just wasn't taught how to be good. So they do dumb stuff, disrespectful stuff. Men don't do that. Men? Nah. Men stand upright. Men respect. Men take care. Men provide. And the woman is supposed to have the back, because the woman is the foundation. The woman is the womb, what makes the world turns. That's why the world is called Mother Earth. That's a whole different talk topic there. But it's called Mother Earth. Everything is birth from Earth. Mother Earth. Everything birthed from the womb. So the man go out and hustle and bustle and do his thing. You feel what I'm saying? But the woman, she holds it down. So if the man's out there creating business, the woman's back in the back doing the paperwork. It's a team. It's a power couple. You feel what I'm saying? If the man is shooting guard, you feel what I'm saying? The woman is two guard. You feel me? So, at the end of the day, we have to fail to realize is that we get into relationships off of emotions, off what we see, off what we think people have, or what people have. And this is why we get into relationships. And then when we get in relationships because of what we see, then what happens is watered down. So the individual going to cheat, the individual going to do different things, the individual going to flirt with other people because it's no foundation there. Because you didn't, when you got into a relationship, it wasn't no chemistry. It wasn't, it wasn't that heartbeat. If you leave for 2 days, you think about her. She know what you thinking, you know what she thinking. And then when y'all come back together, you be like, babe, did you think about so and so and so? You be like, how you know that? Because it was always created to be that bond. It was always created to be that. So when women talk about man, you're not talking about the man, you're talking about the male that was copycatting, not copycatting, but copycat. He was a copycat to tell you that he was a man, but he's really a male pretending to be the man. You understand what I'm saying? So I got a series that's going to come out called Manhood versus Malehood. So, the male was created to be. The man was taught how to be. So when women talk about it's no good men out here or all these men are dogs, you're talking about the male that wasn't taught how to be the man. So the male is a dog and the man is the good. Because the male don't know how to talk, the male don't know how to hold on the jewel that he has. But the man does. So at the end of the day, when we talk about we love this single life, I don't. I know you don't. Because at the end of the day, when we in our house, apartment house or whatever, and we here and we sitting there and we get sick, ain't nobody in there. First thing we do is call a friend or call mom or call somebody. Come, you know what I'm saying? So, being single, that ain't, especially when you get 30, 40, 50, you talking about you like the single life. Huh? That wasn't even created to be. That's why it's called womb man. The womb and the man together, one. So when I hear the young boy Kevin Gates talk about that, he don't consider his significant other as his wife. That's his best friend. So if you're my best friend, I got you. And if y'all consider best friends, and then on top of that, when he talked about the arguments that they talk about is elevation, empowerment. So when you go through some stuff, your best friend gonna empower you. You can do it. Don't you know the sword is the tongue? You speak life in somebody, they can run the world. Speak life. You don't tear down, you build up. You don't subtract, you add. So when you going through some stuff in your marriage, I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of people that's married and that's going through stuff and going through pure hell, it wasn't meant for you to get married. I don't care what kind of counsel you go to. I don't care who you trying to go sit in front of and try to work it out. It wasn't meant to be. That wasn't the one. She wasn't the one. He wasn't the one. But y'all took it amongst yourselves to say, we're going to get married, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, have kids, build a house and all that. Now you're going through pure hell. You went to all this counsel and then you still going to do pure hell. Why? Come on, man. It wasn't meant to be. Boyfriend, girlfriends out here fighting and all that kind. Come on, men don't do that. Women don't do that. And the reason I want you to hear this young brother is because he broke down some jewels. And the jewels, one of the jewels was the arguments that they argue about is not allowing other people to bring you down or have you thinking another way. And his best friend was empowering him to let him know that, listen, the world see you one way and you ready to let somebody detour you into in another way, and the world gonna see you in another way. And the one way that the world see you, brother, is elevation, empowerment, empowering others. So, and I never even thought it that way when he talks about, the wife and the husband. I didn't even thought it that way, because if you even think it that way, check this out. You talking about this person is your wife, this person is your husband. It's stipulations now, paperwork, stipulations, all that. You know what I mean? The world thing. But when you say somebody's my best friend, they ride or die with you. Bonnie and Clyde, Ruth and Boaz. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we got to stop searching. Because an older gentleman told me a long time ago, he said, you got to stop searching, young man. He said, and go to unfamiliar places. Travel to unfamiliar places. Because listen, your wife or your husband might be on the other side of the world. Might be in another state. But because we are stuck in this one box, we go to work, we go home, you might hang out the weekend. You do the same thing, and it's a circle, and you stay in that box. So now you get to meeting different people in that same box, and you end up with bad apples in that same box. You know why? Because your significant other, your best friend, your life, your person that you spend your life with, is not in that box. You're on the other side of the world, or in another state, or might be in the same state, just in another borough, or another or another county. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, stop searching, stop staying in the box, and stop thinking that FedEx is going to FedEx your best friend through the mail, because it ain't happening. This your boy, Sean Blaze, Motivational Lifestyle. 2019, I'm going to drop some jewels on you. You can listen and don't listen. But at the end of the day, one of my videos is going to get you to listen about some stuff. I got a lot of information that needs to be presented to the world. And one of these was this single life thing. Stop allowing people, when you have people in your life, when you have a person in your life that's subtracting from you, keep subtracting from you. Every time you climb up, they subtract from you, bring you back down. That ain't your best friend. You need people to add to you. And then when you got women that's adding to men and men subtracting, that man ain't for you. And he's a male. He's not the man. Because the man ain't going to allow the woman to add to him. And he's subtracting from her. She going to add. And he going to keep climbing. And he's going to take the family to a whole new level. But he's taking the family from labor, from climbing. You understand what I'm saying? But the woman is the foundation of it all. Because she holds it down. Because without a strong foundation, what it do? It falls down. So, what I'm saying to you today is stop searching. Travel in unfamiliar places. Change your people, places, and things. And watch what God do. God gonna allow you to meet the one that he created just for you. So what I'm saying is that we have to stop. Oh, he ain't got, or she ain't have, or I'm looking at this and I'm looking at superficial stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Superficial stuff. That stuff don't last. If this person don't have, a Gucci on or Prada on, or you know what I'm saying, and it's like a Louis on, or you know what I mean, that that's not my best friend. Come on, you got to get out of that, because you're gonna be chasing things, and you'll never be happy. So at the end of the day, change your people, places, and things. Travel in unfamiliar places. Go places that you ain't never been. Do things that you ain't never done. then you will see and you'll end up meeting your best friend. This is your boy, Sean Blaze, Motivational Lifestyle. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? New website get ready to come up. You know, new events get ready to come on. You know what I'm saying? And stay tuned. You know, come out. Let's meet. Let's talk. Let's build. Let's put things together and make things happen. Not just from lip service, but from action and doing and manifesting and believing in God. This is your boy, Sean Blaze, Motivational Lifestyle. Boom! Let's